happy to have Ellen Grace O'Brien with me today, and the beautiful book that you've written, Jewel of Abundance. Thanks so much for being with me. It's really a pleasure to see you and to get into your book today.
Thank you so much. It's a delight to be with you and your students, your listeners. It's a joy. Thank you.
Yeah, and you're a Yogacharya, which is the highest esteemed yoga teacher, and you are also director of the Center for Spiritual Enlightenment up in San Jose. And I haven't been there, but I definitely want to come visit you. But I want to jump in. I've been going through your book, and it's just got so much in there. It's a lot. And
I know. I thought it was going to be very simple, but and it is really, but there is a lot in there, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, it's for the real seeker. You've written a book for the seeker and the practitioner who really wants to get into it. So it's beautiful on that level. But I picked out some of the things that struck me, and prosperity is something that you speak about, and that's sort of something we need. I was in a conversation with somebody the other day, our astrologer, and we were saying, prosperity is money. We need money. We need money to live. Nobody can live in the modern age without money. So it's not a dirty word, but prosperity in all ways are necessary as well. So can you sort of tell us a little bit more about how you see it and how you've written about it?
Yes. Well, one of the reasons that I wrote the book is I'd like to help heal that perceived split, between the spirituality and our quote unquote material life. In the teachings of yoga, it's simply a continuum of consciousness and energy that is expressing in the world. And so I have found over the years that sometimes people struggle, with this whole thing of, well, how do I put it together? Yes, it's fine to meditate, seek my dharma, but then when it comes to being in the marketplace, there's this old idea or confused idea that somehow money should not be included in how we think about our spiritual life. But that just leads to internal conflict, because as you say, we need that, and we need to understand really that prospering is really about expressing our innate divine qualities. So it's not just about money or financial wealth. Wealth is all encompassing.
Yeah. That inner conflict that we have, I know as a spiritual teacher, as an Ayurvedic practitioner, money is necessary. I don't see it as, okay, because I am teaching spirituality, that money doesn't come into it. I'm living in the world, and the world runs on a certain principle, and I'm just joining the world. Otherwise, years ago when I was in India, I wanted to sit under the tree like everybody probably and meditate. And my guru was like, we don't need you here, you're not useful to us.
Yeah, exactly. Be useful.
Yeah. So being useful is definitely a part of the path. And making money is absolutely necessary as well. And then I guess it's how we spend our prosperity, let's say, whether it's to do with health or money.
It is not only how we spend our prosperity or our energy, our life force, but as I said, it's comprehensive. It's how we position it that is really critical. So the problem comes, of course, when wealth per se, or acquisition per se, or even fame per se, all of that, if it comes first, if it's the goal of our life to the exclusion of our spiritual life, then that's a problem. But in the ancient teachings that we, draw these teachings of yoga from the Vedas, this goal, artha, of wealth is clearly articulated, that it is an important goal because it is to serve and support our dharma. So just as you said, as a teacher, as a practitioner, when we're doing what we need to do, we need to know how to be in right relationship with resources so that we're able to serve in the highest way. It's critical. And I think it's important to know that it's not that it is something that is inherent to the teachings themselves, that this is a life goal that is right next to Dharma. And the importance is that it doesn't come first. It comes to serve Dharma. It comes to serve higher purpose.
Yeah. Well, if purpose is in there, then absolutely it needs to happen. And it is a big part of our life. Otherwise, we can't live. So when you say true wealth in your book, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about having an expansive view of wealth, so we understand it really as all the ways that our life is abundant. So wealth is our health. Absolutely. I mean, that's clear. If we have everything, but we don't have our health, we cannot enjoy wealth. So health is wealth. Our relationships are wealth. And, they're a critical part of it too. So, the earth is our wealth. The environment is our wealth. So it's a very comprehensive view of what wealth is. But ultimately, I think if we look at the source of wealth for us, it really is soul wealth. It is our innate divine self that is the source of our wealth, because it is the source of our health. It's the source of our abundance, our sense of fullness. So we're not trying to find this sense of wealth and security externally. First, we have it within us, that fullness that only the soul realization can give, only self-realization can bring. Then we can go about doing what we do, enjoying and serving, and however it is that we bring forth the resources that are needed to serve and fulfill, our own dharma, our own destiny. But first, it comes from that experience of soul wealth, spiritual resources.